Guys,
Hello.
we're back. Woohoo. Season 2, friends.
Oh my God. This is crazy that we're back for season 2 and that we're already in March, that we didn't get around to being back until March because it's been such a crazy time.
Can I just quickly say welcome to the Unfamous Files with Shae, Taryn and Troy for season 2. How are you, Troy? Why are you so quiet over there?
Hey.
Oh, I'm telling you, he was like yelling and buzzing and all things.
Gotta have my Lano lips. Just
okay, that's our first sponsor, guys. Lano lips. So Troy feels like he needs to
Send
do
me
something.
some products, PR.
He's literally addicted to it.
We're so excited to be back. Like Shae said, it has been the craziest first 3 months of the year. I was just saying before we started the podcast off air that it feels like we fit the entire 12 months of this year into 3 months already. It's insane.
So many big events have happened, so much happening with work, so much happening just in life in general. And I think like today for this episode, we're like, let's just give a recap to everyone, a bit of a rundown because so much has happened and that'll kind of give an insight to the craziness that's going to be this year.
Yeah, I feel like parts of this year is just going to get crazy. There's going to be so many funny stories of us three dealing with a new version of life together that I think we haven't experienced like as a friendship yet. And I'm really excited to see where it all goes.
So me and Taryn are officially both married. Woo! We have husbands, we're wives.
We had weddings, we had hens parties at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, we had craziness. I had my bridesman and bridesmaid with me.
I was like, where are you going?
With me, I was like, what's the girl version called again? I was just thinking of Troy.
The maid of honor.
Yeah. Maid of honor, yeah, sorry, my bridesmaid. You're my full maid of honor because I just had the two of them. So we've had those fun experiences leading into the year. That was literally January 6th. So when we say we've kicked off the year with a bang, we kicked it off with a bang.
I feel like that kind of hit us all like, wait, the year started? It's like we had a really chill New Year's together, the three of us, with Bobby and Stu and Buddy. And then it was just Shae's wedding and it was just like, holy shit, this year's like, that's a big event to start the year. Like that was a huge event. And I was really proud of my maid of honor duties that day. I was a bit of a crazy bitch, I'm not going to lie. But look at Troy's face, she's like, yeah.
We'll get into that. But the other
some good stories.
More big news is that we're also both pregnant.
Woo! That's a big one too.
That's a massive one. So not only are we married and wifeys, but we're having babies together. And I'm having a little boy.
And I'm having a little girl.
So we managed to get one of each.
And Troy's got his hand up because he's pregnant
He's going to be his big uncle.
I was ready to buzz because we were getting a bit.
Troy's going to be his big uncle moment.
I am.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
You've got a boy and a girl
love
coming.
babies. They're so cute. Anyone that knows me knows I love kids.
I just can't wait for our babies to be with Uncle Troy, get spoiled by Uncle Troy because we know he's going to spoil them.
If you've seen him with Buddy, that's
straight to Zara Kids.
Yeah, he will be the first one taking them to Zara
Kids.
It'll be a date to Zara Kids with the babies.
And you'll be like, there's into the boy aisle and into the girl aisle.
So cute.
Yeah.
It'll be so cute. So we've got, that's what we're saying when we've got like so much journey ahead of us. Like Taryn's just at 12 weeks at the moment. I'm at 22. So we're going to have a fun little journey together through the year.
This. And there's a bit of a journey of how we both reached getting pregnant as well. And that's a whole other thing we're going to talk about this season. And I feel like it'll be great to talk about it because it could be very relatable for people. And I feel like sometimes people don't like talking about that kind of stuff if they've struggled falling pregnant. And yeah, I just think it could be, a good thing for our listeners to, we're pretty open talking about it, I think. So,
and then there's a lot of scary stuff to come.
What's the scary stuff?
I don't know, changing. We're all hitting our mid-30s this year.
Oh, Shae, we weren't going to talk about that.
I'm just saying this. We're all hitting mid-30s. We're
We're not 35 yet.
You're 34. That's definitely mid-30s.
That's not mid-30s.
30, 31, 32,
35.
33, 34, 35, 36.
I'm not saying I'm mid-30s till 35. I've got another
34,
whole
35,
year.
36. I'm sorry, Troy. That is mid-30s.
No, 35 and over.
So
mid-30s.
that, along with pregnancy, along with relationships, Troy's in a serious relationship with William.
With Willy Boy.
Cute.
Willy Billy.
I'm moving there in 2 months.
Oh, my God. It's
Finally.
so exciting.
I feel like I say that every month.
Yeah.
But we just have to keep putting it back because that's life this year.
That's exactly what we're talking about. Like this 3 months, it's like Will's gone overseas and then we're like, you've had stuff with work. Like then Troy's going away for work. So it's like this year has been so cray-cray. So where are we going to go back to the start? Shay's wedding? Is this where I'm bringing in my big...
Oh, my God, yeah. Let's journey back with let's do a couple of highlight moments that are just a bit like, holy shit. Because obviously so much good.
I'm going to hit the buzzer. I'm not putting my head up. I'm ready to... I think we're all getting a bit
excited,
overstimulated with the chat. Now we're like, let's talk.
So much good stuff has happened this year, but, of course... knowing the three of us, also a lot of crazy stuff has somehow happened and fit into the 3 months of this year too. And because we're all very big personalities. Good luck to the bebes when they come. So, yeah, let's start with
me.
Taryn was my amazing maid of honour, and she managed to keep all the drama away from me, but every wedding has a bit of drama, and she maybe went too hard on the drama,
so
keeping the drama away.
Anyone who's maybe a fan of Friends
me.
Me. We're big fans of Friends. If anyone remembers Phoebe's wedding, and Monica was the maid of honour, and she was a crazy bitch that day to make sure everything was... It was almost like I felt like, because Shae's wedding, she pretty much put it all together herself. She didn't have a wedding planner. She had it at a house, so she had to look after all the vendors leading up to it. And I was like, my job today is to make sure everything goes right. Everyone's having a good time. No one's got a bad smile. And if everyone... And I was like, to be fair, like... I was just like, I'm a control freak at the best of times, and this was my moment to be the most controlling version of myself to make sure Shae had the best day and didn't have to worry about anything. And you know what? Even though I was a crazy bitch, I low-key kind of loved it. Yeah. I was like in my element. I'm like, this is the best day ever. And I'm going around and I'm like, why aren't you smiling? You having a good time? Where's this? Joy, go get this. You do this. Blah, blah, blah. And I was just like living my best life for Shae's to just not stress on the day.
But to be fair, I feel like you saw how stressed I was that week leading into it, because like you said, I organised, because I did like a small wedding and I organised all of it because it was a white house. So I feel like you were just like, okay, I've got to take Shae's stress from her and make sure that, which I woke up on the day with no stress, but I think because I knew I was going to be able to rely on Taryn, especially to be like, bah!
And I was. Until it was the dance floor, then I could relax. But at the same time, I was like, guys, we're not allowed to dance on the grass. Everyone in the pool area for the dance floor.
Guys, I woke up stressed. Trust me.
Troy woke up hungover.
I woke up hungover. Literally stressed though. I was like, Taryn's going to tell me, get this done right now. It has to happen.
But you did. You got all the things done in the morning. I was like, go steam the things. Go do where's the girls? Where's this? Shae's reveals in a second. Go get them.
Put the chairs out. Pack the chairs back up.
I put the chairs out.
And then it was so hot that they packed them up like 10 minutes later to then put them back out again right before.
Exactly.
Oh, why? Because they were going to get too hot. I didn't even know that happened.
We put them out and then you touched them. It was like you're going to burn.
And then they packed them all back up again.
We had to put all the chairs back.
And then put them all back out again.
These would have been sweating, and all the poor boys in there, like you know, hotter suits and long sleeve shirts and stuff.
But even though it might have been like feeling like you're going a bit crazy or whatever, it definitely, I was just in my little love bubble the whole time, and I could relax and I could just let the drama happen around me and not to me.
Yeah.
So like even if I noticed things, I was just like, Taryn's got that. I'm good. I could just focus on Bobby and me, and I didn't have to worry about it.
And that's all I wanted for the day. I was happy to be the bitch for the day because that was my job, and I kind of low-key like doing that sometimes. So
Taryn's like, I'm changing my career, guys.
Yeah,
I'm now
I
wedding
could be
planner.
a wedding planner. If you need a bitch for the day to look after everything, make sure the vibes are high, here I am. Yeah, the wedding bitch.
Yeah, that could be the name of the company. Yeah. Oh my God, I think you'd actually
go off. That would go off.
But actually... Anyone else feeling this? Or even like for a movie idea? The wedding bitch, not the wedding bride, the wedding bitch.
And it's the maid of honour.
Like the, what's that movie with Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah, the wedding planner. Mother of the bride?
Mother-in-law. Monster-in-law.
Monster-in-law.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
It is. All those old school rom-coms, bring them back.
Anne Hathaway and...
Kate Hudson.
Oh, what is
and what is that movie called when they're
Bride Wars?
And the Bride Wars, yeah.
Am I crushing it with movie names?
We're going to be writing these down since we're doing a lot of writing this year because we're pregnant, so we're really focusing on that. This could be one of them.
It could.
So then we had Shae's wedding, so that was big. And then not long after Shae's wedding, we had my hens.
Literally not long after. Like
Troy,
it was like 4 weeks later.
Troy, there was some crazy stuff that happened at my hens and to do with you, let's say.
Yeah, this was my turn to organise a good hens because Taryn really crushed my hens. I had the best hens day ever, and we went with cherry theme and everything, that she was a cherry on top because Taz loves cherries growing up. Liv loves the on graphics and everything on T-shirts,
pencil cases, earrings, a cherry, everything.
Everything. So, yeah, I felt like I really tailored the day, hopefully, that Taryn liked to be perfect for her. But it was one of those days where it was very hot again. So
and people could drink
a
little bit too quickly.
Troy, how was your experience on the day?
Do you remember much of this day? I would love to ask.
You would.
But the thing, Troy, is you sound really normal for a long time. And then it just I don't know what happened.
The drinks hit and the
Guys,
heat hit.
I was stressing. So I was rushing the morning of and I was supposed to meet them at Taryn's.
Oh, yeah,
we're going to have a cheeky little picture. So next minute, I'm like rushing and then I'm like in traffic. So I'm calling them. I'm going, guys, there's no way. I said, I'm getting to Hurstville to drop my car off at 11. Remember I was supposed to be there at 11? Yeah, I
forgot about that.
And then I was like, no, I'll meet you there. We were like, yep, cool, let's do that. We get there, we're cool. Start drinking, of course, when we can. And then I hadn't eaten.
Yeah, when we were
I hadn't eaten nothing the whole day. I hadn't had a glass of water. It is hot.
To be fair, we did keep trying to give Troy the vegetarian canapes that were coming over, and he kept going, no, I'm not hungry. No, I'm not hungry.
I was the pregnant mum of the day, obviously. Like I was 15 15 weeks pregnant by this point. So I literally got the sushi that was for Troy specifically. I said, here you go, Troy, I got your sushi. And he goes, no.
Not hungry, a bit later.
Not hungry.
And then what happened after that? I'm sure if anyone knows, if you've drunk on a hot day and haven't eaten, like that time that I passed out at the races, like literally fainted in front of everybody.
And I was screaming.
Shay's crying and screaming. It was a whole thing. It was right in front of the bar. It was embarrassing. And then, Troy, what happened with you that day? Everyone can relate to this because it's happened to everyone. Well, maybe not this. I don't know if this has happened to everyone.
That has happened to me before. What happened? Not
it's
this.
So crazy what happened.
I'm so glad that you're alive here today.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm alive too. So I did make it to the second venue. We actually went in the Uber together. I remember that Uber. It was fun. I got a video of the Uber.
You were pretty normal then.
So we went to the bank and then we got to the bank and then all of a sudden like I just was in another world. Like all of a sudden I was like, I don't even know what's going on. Then I got kicked out of the bank, went for a random walk around Newtown, apparently bought a bottle of drink and drank it while I walked around Newtown. Then I finally made it to the third venue.
Can I tell you what happened
Don't know how I
you?
was there. Like,
So Troy, we were all like at Drunken Dumpling, which was 5-minute walk down the road from the bank.
It was pretty much across the road. Like across the street.
Literally just down the street. And Taryn's like, can you just find out where Troy is? Like, so I call him and he goes, Shae, I don't know where I am. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, what do you mean? You're right behind us. We saw you leave with us because he got kicked out at the same time. We're all leaving anyway. And I'm like, you're behind us. Like, you didn't follow the group? And he's like, excuse me to this person on the street, but I'm with my friend. What friend? This girl kind of is like, yeah. And he's
Random.
like, where is Drunken Dumpling? She's like, it's like a 10-minute, 15-minute walk down that way. And I was like, how the hell did you get 10, 15 minutes away? And then he goes, I'll pay you to take me there. I was like, what?
To the girl. He said to the girl, I'll pay you.
And she's like, no, bye. Like, and I was like, oh
Good
my
luck,
God. Troy goes, come and find me. And I was like, my dumplings were coming in front of me. Nope, sorry.
And I'd ordered Troy so much food because I knew he was going to need to eat it. And then eventually
he did get there.
He got there. And then we're at Drunken Dumpling and Troy's sitting next to me. I've got him next to me so he's safe with his food. I got him dumplings. I got him noodles. And then I turned to Troy and he's, you know when you've just like, maybe you're on your phone in your bed and you've fallen asleep with your phone in your hand? I turned to Troy and he literally has the food halfway to his mouth. It didn't make it before he fell asleep. He's sitting there asleep with the food in front of his mouth. And I was like, is Troy all right? I was like, what is happening? I was like, Troy, you okay? And then he'd wake up and then put the food in his mouth. And I was like, oh my Lord, how did you get like this? Then we took you to the toilet and you're like, I'm going to vomit. So we're like, okay, we'll just leave him in the toilet. And then about half an hour later, we see him just storming out of the Drunken Dumpling. And I was like, he must be catching an Uber home, but I will follow him. Got outside and I was like, where the fuck has Troy gone? I'm looking everywhere. I was like, he must have just jumped straight in a car because he wasn't up the street. He wasn't down the street. I'm walking up and down and going, okay, great. He must be getting home safe. Then we've had the entire rest of the hens party. 4 hours later, I get a phone call from Troy.
Call her. Guys, I slept on a back street in Newtown for 4 hours.
He passed out.
On the street.
And
slept, like full on, like not waking up, asleep on the street.
That call scared me
We
so
were literally
much.
leaving at this point. We just finished up dancing and everything. Everyone was leaving. And Taryn's like, oh, Troy's calling me. He'll wonder if he's home or something.
Yeah. And he
then
goes,
he was like, where are you?
Yeah, where are you? And I said, where are you? And he goes, I just woke up in an alleyway in Newtown. I said, oh my God. I said, Troy, you could have gotten mugged.
I
You
can't
could have
believe you didn't get mugged.
gotten killed. You could have gotten anything. It's been 4 hours.
Trust me, it was scary. There were people. There were people standing across the street from me when I woke up that were like, do you want us to call an ambulance? That's how bad it was.
So scary.
My bag was like over here. My phone was like over.
Well,
I'm laying literally on the street, like on the ground.
How did no one steal anything?
I don't know.
And how did you, you're lucky you didn't have to, I don't know, get your stomach pumped or something like that.
Yeah.
Like that you were that passed out. Like you've never done that. Like that is something that's why I was so after it, so scared. And I was like, I'm not getting off the phone to you until you're in a taxi. Then what were you saying on the way home? You kept saying something so funny.
He was driving too fast, the taxi driver.
You were like, not the drunk train home. What were you saying? It was so funny.
Hot Mess Express.
The message, I'm in the Hot Mess Express.
The Hot Mess Express.
You messaged me that like 6 times, and every time I was just laughing. I was like, God, thank God he's on his way home.
But I feel like we can all relate to the moment of passing out. Like we've all been
Shae,
there.
you said
drunk.
that's happened to you at a party before.
Yeah.
Well,
I felt I'd literally passed out. Didn't realize, same thing, didn't eat. Didn't eat. We should know this in our 30s. We should know you're meant to eat because I didn't eat. Same thing.
Water.
Yeah, I was drinking double blacks, not eating at my boyfriend at the time's friends' parties. I hadn't met anyone, so I was trying to get really drunk to meet everyone. And then I woke up, head on the toilet, and I was like, how did I get here? And someone's like, you've been here for 3 hours with your head on the toilet. But yeah, my boyfriend at the time was not impressed. He was so embarrassed. He was so embarrassed. He's like, he was like, I said, can we go home? And he's like, I'm trying to spend time with my friends. I can't help you. You're a drunk mess. I was like,
oh my God. Well, we've all been there. Like that's the thing. So Joy, don't worry. We've all been there. But we, like Shae said,
it's been a big
in our
year.
mid-30s, we should know this by now.
Well, we should know lots of things. We think we'd know better how to control ourselves, how to, not get too stressed, not get too drunk.
Not get too controlling.
But you're still
We're all
navigating
human.
life. And this is what I think this season's about is like we're heading into our mid-30s.
Early 30s.
And we've got a lot of life changes happening. People moving in together, people having babies, people leaving things behind, all of us leaving certain careers behind
Leaving
now.
parts of ourselves behind.
Leaving parts of ourselves. I feel,
late 20s, early 30s.
I feel like
we're coming into new people.
I feel like you do get to hold on a little bit, even though when you turn 30, but you're still navigating your way through until now's the time that you really start to grow up. And I think that's what this season's going to be about, really.
Yeah.
So we're going to have lots of, as you can
be
tell,
a roller coaster.
It's not going to be dull.
The
Clearly,
first 3 months has
don't
already
worry.
been a roller coaster.
People worry about, things getting dull after 30. Don't worry, we've proven in the first 3 months you will get no dull moments from us. We're still good to go. So there's going to be lots of fun, unfamous, crazy, messy moments. But hopefully we survive the year, guys.
And we can all relate in this together.
Hopefully we survive the year.
I feel so lonely over here.
And did you notice we've switched sides? Well,
Yeah.
I've switched sides.
I know.
It actually feels weird.
I know.
Because like Taryn and I with our little
Yes, because Taryn and
stare
Troy
off.
now hate each other. But
Ah, rude.
We
Now
don't.
now I can see you.
yeah, no, I feel like I talk more now over you. It's like Troy brings that side out of you or something. You know how
See?
you did it last time?
It's going to be you're the
I've been
talker
getting
over
buzzed.
in this season.
Okay, well, we'll quickly leave that there then.
And we will catch you guys on our next episode of The Unfamous Files.
Bye.
Oh, hello.